Javier, it is wonderful to see you again. We've worked together a lot in the past. We've worked together, obviously, with Belbin team roles. And also you invited me along to, was it the Sales Leadership Programme at Cranfield School of Management?
Yes.
So glad you could be with us.
It's a pleasure to be back here in Cambridge.
Thank you very much. We thought we'd lost you forever going back to Spain, but you've come back, so that's wonderful. What I'd really like to do is just to pick your brains a little bit, because obviously you're an expert in using and implementing tools within business schools, within MBAs as well as executive education. And I know that we've been doing a lot of research, and I don't know if you know, but there are 137 business schools in the UK.
Mm-hmm.
So using your vast experience and knowledge, what would you say that business schools need to do to really get that competitive edge, to attract as many students to them as possible?
I believe one of the increasingly complicated trends that we're seeing is that business schools need to rethink their overall offering. The argument is that functional knowledge, traditional strategy, marketing, finance, is almost becoming a commodity. Why? Because you can acquire that knowledge from a variety of different sources. Mm-hmm. So what I think the edge and the differentiation is coming from is fundamentally taking a learner-centered approach and creating learning experiences and learning dialogues and spaces that will allow the students, when they leave the MBA, when they finish the MBA, to really take with them a number of tools that they can implement. And fundamentally, new insights to become better at managing themselves and managing people. And that is when I think Belbin can offer insights and valuable knowledge.
Thank you. I think that's absolutely fascinating. And I think you're right, we no longer can rely on learning for learning's sake. It's sort of a luxury that's past, hasn't it? We need to be able to do something with the skills and the knowledge that we soak in at these business schools, to be able to really translate it into business outcomes.
That's correct. Yeah. And you deliver outcomes through people.
Absolutely.
Increasingly.
Don't you just? With your decades of experience, both in multinational companies and also the work that you've done at various pretty prestigious business schools, what would you say to people nowadays who are entering the workplace, who perhaps were looking for a career along the management and leadership lines? What advice would you give them?
My advice would be, assuming that workplace, managing businesses and leading has become an ever increasingly complex art and science, I would advise individuals to develop the ability to reconcile different views, to really embrace diversity, not just from traditional gender or ethnicity, but really from a mindset perspective, and develop the ability to look at realities from a variety of standpoints. If you really reflect, what Belbin Team Roles is all about, is fundamentally about diversity, and that's what I think makes it a very useful tool to help individuals think more critically and differently about themselves and about the work that they do with others.
The workplace today is being described as being volatile, uncertain, complicated, and ambiguous. We are living in very, very complex times, and one could say that the workplace has also changed with this. How do you think that Belbin can be used effectively in today's workplace?
I believe that the world of work has changed, as you say, and it has become more fluid. So Belbin can help individuals become more flexible, more diverse, and indeed more resilient by helping them understand their strengths and the contributions they make to teams, and also fundamentally to help them bring about the best in others and to help them appreciate what others have to contribute. That sometimes is different. But that diversity, I believe, is one of the ingredients that will help organizations and individuals and teams indeed to become more resilient and more able to cope with this VUCA context that you have just described.
Javier, as we said, we've worked together now for, I think, over a period of 15 years, I think, on and off, yes, when it comes to Belbin, and it's always been a true delight. Interestingly, our team roles are very different.
Are they?
They are, and so your top team role is more completer finisher,
Yes.
Yes, my
Plant.
completed finisher is at the bottom of my profile, so I have none. You have plant, so you're very creative, looking at great problem solving person. I have, again, 0 plant. And what's your third role? Is it
My third role is team worker.
team worker, so you care. And again, you've just described my bottom 3 team roles.
That's maybe why we work
Maybe that's
together,
why
together
we
so
work
well.
together. Yeah, absolutely. Because I'm sort of resource investigator, so always going to have a bit of energy there with the shaper driving it, and also with a coordinator trying to see that big picture. Perhaps that's why we've worked so well together over the last 15 years.
Very likely.
Because we're so different. Perfect. Thank you so much again, Javier, for coming along. Really appreciate it.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you, Jo.